From the Opepco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching The Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell, and it's time for our inbox segment. We've got your email questions to answer right here on video. Let's get to it with a question from Mike. Mike says, Charles Barkley is 100% right about the Thunder's jump shooting. That's how they lose big leads. When the jumpers are falling, it's great for the fans, but leads to very inconsistent performances. The Thunder has the players to be the best low post and paint scoring team in the league. What about that?
Has Kareem Jabbar just signed with the Thunder? I mean, where's all this low post scoring come from? I mean, is it Kendrick Perkins? Is it Nick Collison? Hasheem Thabeet?
That put back at the end of the game the other night got people thinking, Kendrick's the answer.
I don't see a lot of low post options on the Thunder. Now, the truth of the matter is that the Thunder can score in the paint and does. Durant and Westbrook, great drivers. Reggie Jackson, a great driver. Ibaka's good in there. Collison has his moments. Now, I will say this. The Thunder's shooting too many threes. I think everybody can agree with that. Shoot 30 the other night, make 9. But, you know, we're talking about in the wake of Game 2 loss, you know, what's wrong with the Thunder, and it says this is why they lost big leads. Biggest lead of the night for the Thunder was 2 points. So Thunder lost that game because of defense. What happens is this. Anytime the Thunder loses a big game, it's natural. We all sit around and say, what's wrong with this team? What can they do better? Everybody focuses on offense. The Thunder was decent on offense the other night. They were bad on defense. So the Thunder can win the NBA title with this team. They don't have to play any different on offense. They have to play different on defense.
Well, and here's the thing with the defense, you know, and I actually think about Game 1 when the Thunder got outscored in the third quarter, 31-13, and some people say, you know, well, clearly that's a lacking offense. Well, you know what? The difference in that quarter to me was the defense. The Thunder played great defense in quarters 1, 2, and 4 in Game 1, and what it led to was fast break opportunities, easier baskets out on the break. That's where the Thunder really separates itself from other people, is getting stops defensively that lead to those fast break points and easy baskets. When they don't get fast break points, it's definitely more difficult for them to score in the half court. So that's a failing, though, of defense. That defense leads to that easy offense. So they're going to shoot more jumpers when they don't play great defense. So, and they're not going to stop shooting jumpers. They've got to do that. And part of the greatness in that half court offense is guys getting to the rim and kicking out to guys to shoot jumpers. That's just part of the gig. Everybody take a breath. It's going to be okay. All right, back to the inbox from Craig. Craig says, will Foreman Scotty be in danger if the Thunder fails to make it out of the first round? Barry, a lot of talk about Scott Brooks and his job security.
I don't think so. I think no matter what, I think Scott Brooks will be back as the coach. I do think the pressure is going to mount on Scotty if the Thunder loses this. And I'm not talking about outside pressure. I'm talking about internal pressure and just the clock is ticking in a way on Scott Brooks, on the Thunder, on everybody. They've got a window here. It's a pretty big window to win a championship, but we're now about 3 years into the window, so I think the pressure is mounting on everyone to win a title. But no, I don't think Scott Brooks, his job status rests on this Grizzly series.
No, I don't think so either. And, you know, I think there's going to be, I mean, obviously in the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny put on coaches, X's and O's, strategy, those sorts of things. I think Scott Brooks and his staff will make adjustments heading into Game 3 and on down the way. We've seen him do it all along. How do they use that athleticism, that length? How do they better use it on the defensive end, on the offensive end? We've seen him do it in the past, figure out ways. I think we'll see it again. One of the things that I think gets overlooked with Scott Brooks is how he handles this team as sort of the team psychologist, if you will, Barry. I mean, that's part of coaching in the pros, I think, that really is sometimes overlooked. You have to manage these egos, and it's even sort of more in a hyper sense in the NBA because there's so few guys and they're always together. To me, that's one of the underappreciated things about Scott Brooks is when these guys get testy at each other, he's able to handle that. And right now, I'm sure that there's some testiness going on after what happened the other night. But you won't see these guys, at least I don't think, have those sort of internal problems. And I think a lot of that has to do with Scott Brooks and how he handles these guys. All right, back to the inbox from Keith. He says, I'm not a pessimist, and I'm not giving up on the Thunder. However, it does seem to me that the Thunder played their best basketball this year when the rotation included Jackson, Lamb, and Jones. Here's another song and dance we hear a lot, Barry. What about this? The fact that those young guys in the rotation, no longer in the rotation, how that plays?
Well, I mean, Jackson's still in the rotation. So we're talking about Lamb and Jones here. And Jones is a non-factor because, frankly, he was really not any kind of influence even when he was playing a little bit. Jeremy Lamb has been replaced by Caron Butler, and to me, that's a clear and easy decision. Butler's a better player right now. More veteran, better scorer, better defender. There's not a lot of reasons to play Jeremy Lamb right now over Caron Butler. And the question of when did they play their best? I thought the Thunder played its best basketball there in the month of December when Russell Westbrook was getting back healthy. They were fantastic. Still going into the playoffs, the Thunder was 20-4 with their 5-man starting lineup. So Thunder's still in good shape with what they've got. Yes, they've had a great 10-game winning streak without Westbrook, using some of the young guys, but they came back to earth as well. So I think Scott Brooks is playing the right guys.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's disappointing to some fans to not see some of those young guys, sort of players of the future, get a chance to be out there maybe a little more. But here's the thing. Those guys are known commodities in terms of, Scott Brooks, his crew, they know what they're going to get out of Perry Jones, out of Jeremy Lamb. So if they come into a game and have a situation where, man, we need a little bit of a boost, we need a little bit of a shot of energy, well, they know what they can get from those guys and what they can bring. So you might see them in spot duty, but you're not going to see them in that regular rotation. It's just not happening right now. And that's because the Thunder feels like the guys they have out there give them the best chance to win. And yeah, they might have won a lot of games with those guys out there in the regular season, but that's different. It's different playing regular season basketball than playoff basketball. Teams see each other every single day. They know exactly what everybody's doing, exactly the plays, exactly the tendencies. So that really is going to be more difficult for those young guys to find a place out there. That's why you're seeing Caron Butler, Derek Fisher, the veterans play over the young guys. All right, back to the inbox. This one from Ben. He says, why did OKC give the home team fans blue shirts that match Memphis's blue uniforms in Game 1? If OKC is wearing white, then why the heck isn't the home crowd wearing white shirts as well? Oh, wow, Barry. Big topic here.
Am I un-American if I say I'm tired of the playoff T-shirts in every arena? I mean, it was cool there for a game or two or a year or two, but now it's become passé. I'm ready for a new idea. To answer this question, I think it's a pretty good idea to give the fans the same color shirts as the visiting team. Maybe in the heat of the moment, Mike Conley looking for his teammates and sees Marc Gasol in a blue shirt in a sea of blue, can't pick him out. I don't think it matters what color of T-shirt people wear. I don't think it was a disadvantage to the Thunder at all. Why don't we do this? How about this? Let's go blue, white, and orange and go every third seat and see if we can color coordinate it. Or even better this, remember the old card sections of college football games? Let's see if we can get the crowd to spell out OKC on each side with their T-shirts.
You've just issued the challenge. I think Thunder folks, if you're out there listening in the Thunder offices, we have a new idea for the T-shirts. I agree. Hey, they're probably for everybody that thinks the uniform should match the T-shirts. There's probably people out there that say, when they wore blue in Game 1, they won. They didn't all wear blue in Game 2, they lost. Back to the blue. For everybody that's out there saying, match them up, there's people saying, I'm superstitious. Let's wear the same thing we wore when they won. Hey, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.